All right, when you get to the launch window, this is where things really start to happen very, very quickly. Make sure they have their devices in place, whether it be a phone, an iPad, desktop, Chromebook, whatever you have, whatever you want them to use. Go ahead and instruct them at this time to go to Kahoot.it. So when you hit launch, you can see it's displayed prominently at the top. And it's going to take some time for them to all log in. So you're going to go to Kahoot.it. And then you'll have to click on the link. And you can also have an app. For those of you who have iPads or phones, you can get the actual Kahoot.it app. It makes it a little bit simpler. But at this particular time, this is where it does get a little bit long, because if you have a lot of students in your class, you have to make sure they all get on. So it's this constant kind of battle to making sure that you're counting all the heads. So anyway, in this case, it says 825350 is going to be the PIN number. Just checking to make sure I got it right. So I'm going to hit enter. And then what it's going to ask is a nickname. Now you can use any protocol you like on the nicknames, but I use one that basically is the first letter of their first name and then the 3 first letters of their last name. And then I have them put a P for period number and then the period number that they are in, so that when I collect them or they turn them in, it'll go to the right folder. So once I've that done, you can see my name appears on the sign-up sheet, and now we're kind of ready to start. Now when you hit start, it's going to be asking obviously the question. Now watch the monitor here as it pops up. The question is going to pop up. This meat was probably eaten at the first Thanksgiving in 1621. And there are 2 things you're looking at: the color as well as the shapes that are in there, and the possible answers are there. I'm going to say, of course, it's got to be turkey. It's Thanksgiving, for goodness sake. So I'm going to say turkey. There you go. And it lets me know that I was incorrect. So it makes sense, deer and seafood, because they probably didn't have a whole lot of wild turkeys and probably weren't on their diet at that time. So anyway, so we're going to go click next for the next question, but it lets me know how many points I have, or how many points that students will actually earn, and I didn't get any, which is no surprise. Which utensil was not present at the first Thanksgiving feast? This week we went up to 1,000 points, so I got to get this one right to jump in first place. Well, I kind of already am in first place, but anyway, we're going to be looking at this: napkin, spoon, knife, fork. What? Which one didn't they have? Oy vey. I'm going to say napkin. And we have another wrong answer. Well, I'm not doing so well, am I? So hopefully this next question, I'll do a little better. So I'm going to click on next. I still don't have any points, but I'm still in first place. That's the kind of odds I like. But anyway, we're going to click it again. Does turkey really make people sleepy? Well, that's easy. We consume 3,000 calories in a day. It's probably not the turkey putting us to sleep. It's just everything else. So I'm going to say no. Going with I. There we go. So you can change the amount of time from anywhere from, I believe it's like 10 seconds all the way to 30, possibly 40. I'm not really sure on that, but you can change it. This one's at 20. It gets pretty dicey for some of these students, because they are really wanting to win, and they see their scores pop up. And even though I don't know who it may or may not be, they surely do. And so they're pretty competitive. There's also a section in here, and I got 780 points. And like for instance, I can go ahead as a student to recommend it. I get a lot of awesomes, and then you can also put a point rating if you like. So anyway, when we go to the final tally, there we have it. You can play it again under ghost mode. You can save the results as well. That's what I do, so that I can send them if I'm recording them. Well, there you have it. It is a lot of fun. It can be noisy. It can be kind of rambunctious, but also it's great so that you can save it into your account, your Google account, so you can use it as a graded assignment if you prefer. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the lab. Thanks. Bye.